You're listening to the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast, the show that guides you on your holistic lifestyle journey to a healthy body, mind, and soul aligned with nature. Hello, and welcome to episode number 55 of the Holistic Lifestyle Guide podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about healthy habits, particularly how you can create new healthy habits. So it only takes 3 steps, and I'm going to break down each of those steps for you. So the reason why I'm making this episode is because this is a big issue when it comes to people changing their lifestyle, because we all have times in our lives where we want to change our behavior for the better. We want to create new habits for ourselves, but we just can't do it sometimes, and there's something stopping us. So when it comes to creating new habits for ourselves, this could be getting in the habit of eating healthier. It could be moving our bodies more. It could be starting a spiritual practice like meditation. There are so many areas in our lives that could be improved and made easier if we created new habits. So getting into the habit of doing something, this is often easier said than done. We seem to acquire bad habits without any effort, but getting into a healthy habit can be a lot more challenging. Change is very hard for sure, and I actually have another podcast episode about that I've already done, so you can check that out if you want to learn about change in a general sense of why it is so difficult. But in this episode, I'm going to focus on the 3-step process that makes it easy to follow until we've actually internalized the new behavior and made it a true habit, which is, something we automatically do without having to think about it. So let's get right into these 3 steps of creating new healthy habits. The first step is to decide what you want to do. The first step is the biggest one, really, and deciding what you want your new habit to be. This is where you need motivation to start, thinking, that you seriously want to do this. And you also have to be as specific as possible. So don't just tell yourself you want to exercise more. Instead, say something like, I will go for a 30-minute walk every day. So deciding what your new habit will be, and then committing to when and how you're going to do it. This is half the battle. If you're not sure what good habits you want to start, I actually have a video where I offer some suggestions. It's a 2-part video. It's called the Daily Routines for Healthy Living. So there's the daily routines for morning routines, and then there's the nighttime routines. And these are great places to start if you don't know what habits you want to start. So I'll leave a link down below in the show notes to those videos, just for if you want some ideas, if you don't really know where to begin. So the next step in creating a healthy habits is to remind yourself to get it done. So after you decide what you want to do, the next few days should be smooth sailing because you're motivated, you're excited to get this done, and sticking to your new habit isn't really an issue because it's still new and interesting and exciting. But everybody knows that a few days in, you notice that it's kind of easy to slip back into your old habits. So let's say you decided you wanted to walk for 30 minutes a day, but then maybe on the 3rd day, maybe it starts raining and then you don't really want to go outside, and maybe your day just gets away from you. This happens to everybody. This is when it's important to have a daily reminder and also something that can maybe give you another option for when your first option doesn't work out. So like if it's raining, what can you do instead? You can get a treadmill and walk indoors, which is what I did because the treadmill is great for winter time when you can't go outside for long periods of time. You can also come up with some creative ideas, like if it's raining, and you can't get outside to exercise, you can get a really big raincoat. Like I found a raincoat it goes to your knees and it's got a hood. And you could and it's clear actually, so you can still wear your clothes and people can see what you're wearing, and it's not like you're just wearing a raincoat. So, that's just an example. So as far as reminding yourself to do these things, setting an alert on your phone would be a good idea, or using a to-do list. And of course, this is why I love to-do lists and planners so much, because when you're starting a new lifestyle, you need the motivation, you need the reminder. So that is what I suggest doing, is to get yourself a to-do list or some sort of a planner, daily routine planner, anything like that. And actually, step number 3 is like a continuation of that. It's making it part of your routine until it becomes a habit. And so making it a routine comes from doing it every day, having the planner, having the to-do list that keeps you on track. Because everybody knows that it takes some time before a new behavior becomes a habit. I've heard that it can take anywhere from 21 days to 3 months, depending on the person. So until you've hit that magic length of time, a routine will work to your best advantage. Even before the new behavior becomes automatic, a routine will help get it done without having to spend a lot of willpower or relying on daily reminders. So make that daily walk part of your dinner routine. Eat dinner and then go for a walk. That's a great way to do it, making it part of your routine, tying it in with something else that you already do. That's a great way. It really works for me. I've started doing that. I've started walking after every meal, and just for 10 to 15 minutes. So now it's become a habit to me. I don't need to have it in my planner anymore because it's just a habit. Other things that you can do like that would be, instead of grabbing a snack at the vending machine at work, you can pack a healthy snack. So that way you can control what you're eating. I really hope that these examples are helping, and if you're a spontaneous person who loves variety, you can still have a daily routine. So don't worry if this is sounding too strict or too tight. You can still have a daily routine and do all this stuff and still be spontaneous and still have variety. So if that's something that you're worried about, I've actually got another podcast episode about how you can create a daily routine and still have variety and spontaneity in your life. And also, I've got a lot of daily routine planners in my Etsy shop. They're printable, so they're only a couple dollars. You can print them off right away and get started. You can get started on this literally in an hour from now. Print off the one you want. Figure out what your new daily routine habit's going to be, what your new thing's going to be. Make a plan to do it. And you can actually be well on your way. A week from now, you can be on your way to making this new healthy habit. So to sum up, those in order would be to decide what you want to do, remind yourself to get it done, and make it part of your routine until it becomes a habit. I really hope that this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode. Be sure to visit my website, which is called holisticlifestyleguide.com. You can download freebies there. I've got a lot of freebie options, and I also send out more freebies every Tuesday along with every update that I have. So I would really love to have you on board, and thank you so much for listening, and have a great week.